Hey everybody, this is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. Hope all is well. Today is a beautiful fall day for some Zone 2 running, and honestly, it was the best kind of success I've had at accomplishing this goal. And I'll give you a few reasons why I think that is the case, and also just kind of a recap of the total run. So today is Tuesday. The week is kind of mixed up a little bit. I ended up taking a rest day, a recovery day on Sunday, which is usually a lifting day, just because of the weekend's activities, and it was nice to be flexible with the training. Although I did miss the hip thrust and the other activities, it's all good. So then I ended up lifting yesterday. So I did the back squat bench day, and today I wanted to fit in my zone 2 cardio because the day was going to be gorgeous. I think it's about 63 degrees. And it just came off a really cold spell where it was about 19. So the leaves have really fallen, although there's still a few remaining. So the river trail was really nice to run on. And just some things kind of noticing as I walked out of my warm up and I got on the trail, I just noticed my heart rate was really chill. And if you've watched my videos, you know, the last week I've kind of struggled with that a little bit. My heart rate was kind of spiking early on, and it was having a hard time really controlling that zone 2 I was really after. And there's a few things I was pointing to. I mean, obviously, kind of sleep and recovery could be something, stress potentially, but also some food triggers and some things like that. So really weren't able to put exactly my finger on what was causing that. Maybe I had a little bit of, a bug or something, but definitely my heart rate was spiking a little earlier. And today, just much to my excitement, was a very chill heart rate, and I felt right back into kind of fit mode. So that was pretty cool. So I tried to increase distance just a little bit as well, to cover. I was trying to get about 45 minutes at that, 40 to 45 minutes at zone 2. So today I warmed up for about 2.2 miles for a walk. Started my run, and I ran pretty successfully for about 4 miles out on a single track trail, and I was able to really keep almost, like 95% of the run in zone 2, which was really cool. And it also felt as if I could just adjust the knob just a little bit if I wanted to turn it down and turn it up, and without a lot of extra effort. It's still like you're still going at a decent rate, it's still not slow, but it's not fast at all. And then I cooled down on the way back home about 2.6 miles. So that's about a 0.26 miles for a walk. So a total covers about 4.5 miles and about 50 minutes for the whole workout. That's including the warm up. And then, so just to recap these paces, as you can see there, in my training season, these are going to be really slow. I'm going to be doing most of these in the 7s and the 8s. But as you can see now, just trying to work on this zone 2 cardio, this is a 10.5 minute average. So 10 minutes, 49 seconds average for a mile. And that is on some, dirt, dusty trails in the woods. So, but yeah, very cool, very exciting today. And I felt like I had more control over that heart rate. And so I spent almost 40 minutes in zone 2, so 38 minutes and 52 seconds. And then obviously I peaked into zone 3 periodically, and I just had to kind of dial it back. Like if I would zone out a little bit, I would end up going a little bit faster. So I had to kind of watch myself to make sure. But honestly, today was more successful. It felt like my fitness was a little bit more kind of stable. My heart rate was more stable. I was able to kind of really do what I kind of set out to do, is go out on a really try to get a true zone 2 cardio. So some themes that kind of came up was practicing restraint in fitness. So oftentimes every workout, for folks wants to be the hardest one. It wants to be painful. And I think when we're thinking about it more long term, I don't think all workouts should kind of be that way. I think there should be practicing some restraint periodically. Specifically in the running, it feels like a nice way to practice some restraint, especially if you're always going to kind of go out and trudging through miles through pain or anything like that. And then just periodically in the gym, they can be easier workouts. So still having hard efforts periodically, but also keeping the minimal efforts in. That's what the hope is with these zone 2 runs, is obviously keeping the main thing, which is my strength training, to really try to get as strong as possible this winter season while maintaining a bit of cardio. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for liking. Please subscribe and share, and have a great day.